NetHub software can connect to unlimited number of Java GNSS receivers which are connected to Internet LAN or Wi-Fi anywhere in the world, as well as to the receivers that are connected to the serial or USB ports of the computer that runs NetHub. It also can connect to the receivers that are connected to remote computers by connecting NetHub to the remote computers via Internet. When NetHub connects to receivers, it polls every receiver about every 10 seconds and can perform unlimited number of tasks. Each task is to transfer the GNSS files of the receiver to the NetHub computer and then store the files in the computer hard drive or to upload them to one or more FTP addresses that you specified. Files can also be converted to RINEX and compacted before storage or upload. Java GNSS receivers, which have Internet option, can support up to 5 TCP connections. If more than one connection is established, NetHub decides which connection to use for which task. With multiple connections, NetHub can perform non-conflicting tasks simultaneously. The steps involved are: first, define tasks that you want to be performed. Then establish connection or connections to the receiver. And finally, assign tasks for the connected receiver. Let's see NetHub in action. I want to connect to a Triumph 1 receiver, which is connected to a TCP address, and I want to download raw GNSS files and store them in the NetHub computer hard drive. I also want to convert the files to the RINEX format and compact them and upload them to an FTP site. In the left pane of NetHub, I click Task Templates. The task page is empty. Then I click the Add a New Template button in the bottom of the screen. Task Template screen appears with 0 actions in it. I then click Add New Action button. 2 options appear. Save option stores data in the hard drive of the NetHub computer, and Upload to FTP options uploads the file to an FTP site. I select the Save option. Save dialog box appears. I give the path of GNSS data to store the downloaded files. I don't want to convert the files to RINEX or zip them, so I don't check these 2 boxes. I change the name of task template to Save, No Zip, No RINEX, and click Save. For the Upload to FTP task, I click Add New Template button again, then click Add New Action and select Upload to FTP, and Upload to FTP dialog box appears. In here, I select Convert to RINEX and Zip Compress boxes. I change the task template name to FTP, RINEX, and Zip. We can change the RINEX settings in here if we need to, and also we can check this box if we want files that we receive to be separated by date. I skip details of filling the FTP site information. After you enter details, click Save Template button. Next, I need to establish connection with the receiver. I click the Hub Connections tab of the left pane and then click Add New Connections button in the bottom of the screen. From this drop-down menu, I select the TCP option, then enter the TCP address and the port number and the receiver password. Triumph 1 can support up to 5 TCP logical connections named A, B, C, D, and E. I can select a specific logical port, or I can leave this section blank for automatic selection. I leave SSL box unchecked because we have the same mode on the Triumph One receiver that we want to connect to. Now we make sure that the connect box is checked and we click OK. If internet connection is OK, after a few seconds, connection to the receiver is established and receiver name appears in here. On parameters below the receiver name, we see the parameters of the receiver with many informations that I will skip now. Files will show files that are stored into the receiver. And in grace command, we can send grace commands to the receiver. If we had connection to other receivers before, their names will appear below this receiver tab also. Next, I click the receiver tab. Receiver details are shown on top of the screen. In the measurement tab, you see satellites tracking details. In the sky plot tab, you see polar plots of satellites. Orientation tab is for multiple antenna systems. In options tab, you see options that are active in the connected receiver. In the setting tabs, the name of the tasks that we had entered earlier appear in this task section. We select both tasks and we click Save. As long as NetHub is connected to the receiver, it will keep performing the selected tasks. Note that you can set up your Triumph One receiver to automatic file rotation mode, which creates new files in the receiver according to the given interval and overwrites the old files when it needs more memory. NetHub then can download these files to the server automatically. Now, let's look at some other NetHub features. The Map tab shows the location of the receivers on a map. The Action Log tab shows the history of downloaded files. Hub Settings has details of the setting for this hub. Hub Logs tab has the hub connections activities. Email Notification tab allows sending irregular activities to the designated email addresses. FTP account and TCP account are like address books, keeping FTP and TCP accounts to be recalled when needed.